here today for another Rolling Realms live play. I totally blanked that I should have done it yesterday. I usually do these 3 days in a row, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I've been really busy talking about our new game, Libertalia Winds of Galecrest, for which, yes, we will have a new promo realm available on March 2nd when we do the pre-order for Libertalia Winds of Galecrest. I'll talk about that next week in the design diary for that new game. Today we're going to use the newest promo realm before that, which is the Rolling Realms realm, where you can write down a number on any of the three, what do I call them? The three faces on any of these three worlds. When you do, you cross off one of these resources down here and gain that resource. And then at the end of the round, you're going to score in a couple different ways. One, you're trying to get different numbers on each of the faces within a single world. So different numbers. If you have different numbers on a complete world, you get a star. Also, for each world that has, for each complete world that has a sum of numbers that are the same as another world, you get another star. So ideally, you would have different numbers on each within each face of each world, but the sum adds up to the same as all of the other worlds. So each world might have a sum of 10, and that would give you 3 points for each of those worlds. We're also playing with Viticulture. In Viticulture, you're going to either use a number to circle a grape and gain the resource below it, or use a number and add it to at least one grape to make a wine token of at least 10 value, at least 11 value, or at least 12 value. So for example, if I have a 6 die, I could add it to a 3 and a 2, I cross off both of those grapes and get a 10 or 11. If I haven't, and to gain 2 stars, if I haven't already completed that wine order. And last we have Scythe. So in Scythe you have a couple different options. The first is to use a number to cross off one of these little sections in the top row and you gain a resource right away. The second option instead is you could use a number to cross off a bottom row section here and pay the resource to gain a star. Or the third option is to use a number to cross off a top row and gain the resource right away, and then right away, without using a number, also cross off the section directly below it if you pay the resource, and then you get a star right away too. So you could complete Scythe with only 6 dice. It is possible to do that. All right, let's jump in and start playing. Feel free to let me know in the comments if you have any questions or how you are doing today. I'd love to hear how you're doing. Still very snowy here, not actively snowing, but a lot of snow outside here in St. Louis. All right, we start with a 4 and a 5. 4 and a 5. What can we do with that? 4 and a 5. I like getting high numbers in Viticulture. They are very helpful. Let's see. So I could get a pumpkin from the 5, and if I use the 4, actually that's perfect. Yeah. So let's use the 5 to get a pumpkin, and we'll use the 4 to cross off this top row section in Scythe, gaining us a coin, and right away, because I have a pumpkin to spend, I can also cross off the bottom row and gain a star. All right, turn 2. Turn 2, we have a 4 and a 2. Happy Friday to you too, Garrett. I hope you're doing well. We have a 4 and a 2. So for the 2 over here, if we use the 2, we need another pumpkin. So can we get another pumpkin from that 4? I could get it. I could get a pumpkin from over here in Rolling Realms. Why don't I put that 4 right here? Put that 4 on that face. That gets me, and I'll cross off a pumpkin. So I'll get a pumpkin. And then I'm going to use the 2 over here, the 2, and cross off the bottom using that other pumpkin right away, and I get a heart from the 2. Now I do have a coin here. I could create a 1 value die and use it over here in Viticulture, but I might hold off on doing that. Although I don't know if there's really a point. That's one of the odd things about Viticulture. There's not really a point not to do that. But I don't need to do it yet, at least. So I won't do it yet. Another 4, 6 and a 4 this time. 4 and a 6. So we could use that 6 over here and spend that heart that we have. That's probably a good call. And using a 4 in Rolling Realms could be helpful. Why don't we do that? Why don't we use the 6? Although the 6 is really good in Viticulture too. Yeah, let's use it in Viticulture. We'll use the 6 here to gain a pumpkin. And we'll use the 4 over in Rolling Realms to get, let's go with here and get another heart. All right, Doing okay so far. All right, turn four. Yet another four. We're streaking on these fours and twos. So four again will be good in rolling realms. I'm trying to get the same. I mean, you don't need the same numbers in rolling realms. You just need the same sum. But having the same numbers accomplishes the same thing. So I'll put a four over there and get a coin, or cross off a coin. Don't need to circle it. And the two, yeah, here's where it can be a little problematic because I don't have a two to use over here, but I could use the two over here in Viticulture. I'll use the two, I'll get a coin, and let's create a one value die in Viticulture and spend a heart. So I'll use a one value die to get a coin back, also spend a heart to get a star. I actually have 3 stars so far over here in Scythe, and I gained a coin from doing that. So far, so good. I think the real puzzle is going to come down to rolling realms in the end, but we'll see if we can manage that with maybe some created numbers. All right, turn 5. Finally, not a 4. We have a 5 and a 6, which could be good for wine orders. Those high numbers. Yeah, why don't we do some wine ordering here? We could use the 6 over here. We could use the 5 over there too. Yeah, let's use the 5 right there, and also spend a coin to get another star. Spend a coin. We gained a heart from that. We still have the 6 to use. So the 6, we'll use it over in Viticulture. So let's just go for it. We'll use 6 plus 6 is 12. So I filled that wine order. I get 2 stars. Great. And if I wanted to, and I do want to, I'm going to create a 1 value die to use over here in Rolling Realms. And put it, I don't know, I'll just go left to right. I'll put it right there, and I'll go ahead and get that coin back. We'll get that coin back. It'll replace itself. Okay, turn 6. Another 6 and a 5. That's still okay. We can still kind of do the same thing with Viticulture, but in reverse. So over in Scythe, we'll use the 6 here, and also cross off the bottom, spending a star. So I get a pumpkin. I may have said that wrong. Spending a heart, spent the heart there to get the star. And now I have the 5 to use over in Viticulture. I think I'll use the 5 and add it to a 5 to get the 10 value wine order. And now again, I could create a 1 value die over here in Rolling Realms. We'll put that right here and get, what am I running low on? Let's get another heart right there. All right. So I'd love a 3. A 3 would be great. Need some 3s here on turn 7. There's a 3. A 3 and a 6. All right, but where do I use it? Do I use the 3 in Viticulture, or do I go ahead and close out Scythe? That's a tough one. The 6 is also, the 6, yeah. I don't know if I want to use that 6 over here in Viticulture. I could, but I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't think I want to do that. I think I need to use the 3 in Viticulture and then use the 6 in Rolling Realms, which is a little risky. That's a really high number to throw up there. And we're kind of relying on me to then roll 6s, which seems fairly unlikely. Yeah, 6 is not the number that I want over in Rolling Realms if I can prevent that. I could just ignore the top row of Scythe and just try to cross off that 2 at some point. Just go for the star. That's okay to do. Yeah, well, let's use the 3. Oh man, what do I do here? Because if I use the 3 here, yeah, I think I need to use the 3 here in Viticulture. Get a heart. And that leaves me with a 6 that I need to use if I can. And so, actually, let's do this. Let's put the 6 in this realm, this last realm, and get another heart. And actually now I could spend 3 hearts to, yeah, why don't we'll do this, why not? We'll use 3 hearts, 1, 2, 3, to copy one of these numbers. We'll copy the 3, and we'll use it over here in Scythe. Spending that coin, so we'll finish off Scythe. I'll get that, I'll spend that coin, I get a pumpkin. So now I have 3 pumpkins if I need to manipulate something and reuse a realm. All right, so I would love another 6 for viticulture and maybe some medium numbers for rolling realms. 3 and a 4. Okay, 3 and a 4 is good because I could use the 4 over here in viticulture. That's pretty solid, and then use the 3. The 3 is the tricky one. Yes, I think I need to use the 4 in viticulture for sure. So use that. I'll get a heart. And now, what does that add up to? That adds up to 9. So all I really need is a 2 or higher to complete viticulture, which would be great. I fell behind on rolling realms. I must have missed that for a turn. Yeah, that's going to be tough. Now the 3. Okay, what can I do with the 3? So this adds up to 10. At least this is going to add up to 11 total. So I need each of these to add up to 11. So I need oh, I need a 6 in each of them. Yeah, I did not calculate that well. So I might just try to go with a pair here. Let's just throw down a 3 right there and get a pumpkin out of it. All right, final roll. Yeah, didn't manage that as well as I could have. I'm sure someone will do better than I did with rolling realms. And another 6 and a 3, which actually isn't terrible. We'll put the 3 right here. Put that 3 right there. Gain a pumpkin. And then the 6 we'll use in viticulture. I wish I could create. I wish I had one more die because just a number there, just putting any number there, a 1 there, um, would give me. Actually, maybe I should do that. Could I do that? Because if I can get that heart, then I can duplicate a number. So why don't I do that? Why don't I throw down? I'll put down a 3. I'll put down a 3 here to gain that heart. I'll then spend 3 hearts and 3 pumpkins to write down that other 3 here because I need to reuse that same realm. It costs 3 pumpkins to do so. And then I'll use the 6 over here in viticulture. 6 plus 3 plus 2 is 11. Doesn't need to be exact, just needs to be equal to or higher to get the final star there. So over here, all 3 realms have different numbers. So that's great. And then, so that's 3. And then these 2 realms match up. And so I almost got, that wasn't bad. I was hoping for perfect, but not quite. 12, 17, 17.2 for the round. 17.2 to follow my 11.8 yesterday. Not bad. Not bad at all. We'll see how Garrett does. Garrett's here watching, or anyone else who watches this in the future and wants to share their score in the comments below. And because I did miss yesterday by accident, I'm going to come back this weekend, probably tomorrow morning, maybe Saturday morning, to finish off this game of Rolling Realms. So maybe I'll see you then. All right. Oh, Garrett got 17.5. Well done, Garrett. Slightly better than I did. That's a great score. Anything really close to 18 is a great score. Well done. All right. Have a good weekend. Maybe I'll see you all tomorrow. And yeah, take care. Bye.